Batman will forever be known as that human guy that is unrealistically strong to the point where you just have to accept that he's built different. I mean, even in live action versions of him that have some comics that further expand on the mythos, it shows him doing crazy stuff like upside down sit-ups. When it comes to his muscle, he's always training to improve his craft, his strength. You see his outfits over there in the corner, but even without his gear and stuff, he just strives to be perfected as a human. He does stuff for his size and weight that's easy to overlook. But when you really analyze and think about it, this stuff is way harder to do. Picking up 150-pound men like this is no easy feat, believe it or not. He makes this kind of stuff look easy when we're talking about his raw strength. I mean, he's throwing people over cars and just grabbing people with one arm. Like, just pay attention to this kind of stuff. You see this railing next to him? He's strong enough to throw beings over that with one arm. Nothing too crazy, but yeah, he be lifting people in the air with his strength. Due to time travel shenanigans and stuff, you may or may not want to count this kind of stuff, but I guess you can kind of count the stuff we see them do in the Flashpoint movie that came out recently. I don't see why it wouldn't count. I mean, if it's not him, it's just the alternate version of him that should have similar strength to himself that we saw in those movies. You know, just like what you're used to in the stuff I've been showing you, he can do unnaturally strong stuff like in this movie too. I mean, sure, some of this stuff, part of this is because of his gear and stuff, but a lot of this is just straight up muscle. Like, he does have gear like a grapple gun, of course, but when he pulls it, this is not his grapple gun. This is just straight up muscle he pulled out of the wall like that. It's one of those feats that's hard to measure, but how would you measure the strength of this? I mean, when you get a certain level of superhuman strength, the fact that he's a skilled fighter, you know he can hit hard. On top of him being unnaturally strong for a human anyway. He can knock men out with one hit. He hits beings with tables so hard that the table itself breaks. The weight of his hits actually sends people in the air. When he couldn't control his old Batmobile because it was taken control by somebody else, he does something ridiculously insane, something he shouldn't be able to do with his raw punching power alone. He literally punched in the Batmobile through it with his fist. Like, how did he do this again? I look at it like this. Anybody that can punch through the freaking Batmobile itself, even if it's a weaker part of the Batmobile, they should have no problem punching through certain brick walls. I mean, think about it. Most of the time, the Batmobile is depicted as being bulletproof. So, yeah, he punched through a piece of it. Like, how? Even its windows, you can't shoot through it. Yeah, nice try. Like, it's like a tank compared to other cars, pushing the other cars apart. So him punching through a piece of the Batmobile is crazy. There's implications he holds back his strength too, because when he's facing bigger or stronger beings, he punches them and they eat it. So it shows that he has to put more power behind it to actually affect them this time. Somebody had a sword trying to pull up on him. He hit them so hard, they literally did a backflip. He can punch so hard that beings literally go sliding across the hood of a car. I mean, I think we all can agree he's superhuman, kicking men through doors. Sending them flying this far ain't normal. So yeah, but I think the main thing that makes him superhuman for sure is his fighting speed. I mean, I guess you could argue his fighting speed or his punching speed could be the reason why he can hit so hard. I mean, you guys know how trained fighters work in real life. When you're a trained fighter, you tend to have better reaction time than the average person. Batman's one of those kind of beings. This could be speed or this could be just Batman's stealth skills. He put dynamite on a being before he even knew what's going on. When he's outnumbered against multiple fighters, they can barely land a hit against any of them. None of them can really land a solid hit on him. This is probably skills and combat speed put together. Thanks to his gear being super durable and hard, he was able to block based on reflexes and stuff at the same time. He's blocking several sword attacks. We literally see him dive out of the way of a rocket launcher. And I think anybody that can react to a bullet has to be way above superhuman when it comes to talking about combat speed. Being to react to any bullet, even slower bullets from guns from older days like this, would mean he's at least 10 times faster than ordinary humans. So if you was to put the fastest peak humans against him, they would be moving like slow motion in comparison to him when it comes to his reflexes. Not to mention when it comes to the Batmobile, it has like an armored mode when he's not in it. So yeah, you ain't just gonna wait until he leave and just blow his vehicle up. Oh, and when we're talking about firepower, oh yeah, let's not get on the Batmobile's power. Like, Batman is strong enough on his own, but the Batmobile's power can literally, let's just say, mess up an entire building. In the Flashpoint movie, it seems like his suit has gotten so good to where he can just take an onslaught of machine gun fire like without getting messed up. But even in the old movies, his armor is so armored up to where even then, the suit still has some kind of bulletproofness to it, if that makes sense. I mean, if you look at the feats that he did in the Flashpoint movie as actual feats for him, I mean, I guess with prep time, he would be scarier based on the fact, you know how in the Man of Steel movie there was multiple Kryptonians? You know, Kryptonians that have the same literal powers as Superman, you know, those being. Like, I'm not saying this version of Batman is actually on the level of Kryptonians, but these bombs did seem to, or implied to kind of sting him a little bit. Obviously, I'm not saying he's on their level, but still. What kind of bombs were these? Like, did he secretly have kryptonite in him or something? Because how else would you explain this? Like, what? This is an alternate timeline, so take that as you will. These are the same level Kryptonians that was literally restraining Superman. I'm sure, yeah, sure Superman was fighting him 1v2, but he's one of the beings that was doing this to freaking Superman. That's crazy considering his Batwing bullets don't seem to do nothing to this Kryptonian. What does Batman have, like a nuclear bomb grenade he can throw to hurt these Kryptonians or stagger them? Like, what? How did he do that? Mysteries that we'll never know answers to, I guess. I mean, when you think about his technology, it was far beyond anybody of his time. I mean, during the 80s, there was literally nothing like this, but he could still talk with face cam. His Batmobile can do stuff like this. Oh, that makes me mention, yeah, he has Bat vehicles that can fly, Batwing, Bat boat, or one could say Bat submarine, a Bat cycle. That also has a super heavy duty armored up mode like his Batmobile. And when it comes to his Batman suit, he has all the gadgets you would expect a Batman character to have. He can glide with his cape, can talk to people through his wrists. We never got to see any of these suits in action, but apparently he has a different suit for a different situation. If he doesn't want to punch down concrete, he has batarangs that have explosiveness. Of course, he has batarangs. He has special batarangs to where he can target specific beings that he wants it to target. Smoke bombs, a zipline gun, flashbang, no telling what's in that utility belt. Thermal goggles. He has several hidden cameras around his house to where people don't even know that they're being watched. He's just watching you from his Batcave. But yeah, nothing too much to go over. It doesn't have much content to go over. Pretty strong, superhuman for sure. I mean, I think his most flashy thing is being able to deflect a bullet with his reflexes. That fighting speed alone would pretty much make him above any fighter in real life. I want to hear your thoughts. Don't forget, he's Batman after all.
I'm Batman.
Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, turn on those notifications, and thanks for the donations, y'all. Respect them. I'm glad you are enjoying your time on the channel. Make sure you check out the playlist on the channel to see other How Strong videos. If you like what this channel is offering, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys later.